All the signs pointed towards this 2024 Atlantic hurricane season being apocalyptic. But we are in peak season, and clearly that has not happened yet. So today we're going to go over why this hurricane season busted and how this hurricane season will do for the rest of the season. So just to start things off, I feel like the hurricane season is starting to heat back up again. So be sure to stay aware as we are just at the middle of the season. We still have a long ways to go until the season is over. But here are our sea surface temperatures for today. So as you can see, much of the areas where we normally see hurricanes is very favorable. Lots of high heat waters, as you can see. This entire area right over here near land masses are actually above 30 degrees Celsius, which is very, very favorable. We do have the second hottest sea surface temperatures on record. But I actually brought this up to show you something else. If we look at that same day on the most active season, we can actually draw out where the Bermuda high is. So it looks like in 2020, it's tucked up a bit more north and in the middle latitudes. So as you can see, that's causing the winds and the water to flow this way around it, which means it's not too favorable for stuff to hit the East Coast, but it definitely is still favorable. And it also leaves all of this water wide open for any tropical systems. And if we check out today, we can draw the high pressure system somewhere around here, which is a lot more southerly than it was in 2020. Now, normally if the high pressure system is more southerly, that means that it's a higher chance for stuff to hit the East Coast, because that means that it gives more room for high pressure systems to build up here and then yank them back at the United States. So we thought that this would make the season more apocalyptic, but actually what it did was it influxed a lot of cold waters into the main development region, making our tropical waves die the second that they get off of Africa, which means that we don't have systems, our typical systems that make major hurricanes that normally take around that route right there. Those did not happen this year, or at least not yet. So that is one thing that we thought would make the season a lot more apocalyptic, but it ended up actually making the season kind of die out. Also, if we look at our sea surface temperatures on a more high resolution map, you can see everywhere is very, very warm this season. So if we do get a system going and it's not impacted by dry air, then it should be able to rapidly intensify. This graphic I like to use for rapidly intensifying systems better. It's ocean heat content. So anywhere that's like orange or red, that should be capable of rapid intensification. Anywhere that's like a yellow-green, you can still have a system sustain, maybe even strengthen in there. And then anywhere of a more bluish tone, that's where systems will just sustain, They probably might weaken a little bit if they are a strong system, but definitely can sustain a Category 1. And then another thing that we had that we thought would make the season apocalyptic actually ended up kind of killing it. So because we have the La Nina and the colder temperatures in the Pacific, we thought that there would be less wind shear. And less wind shear is good if you want hurricanes. So normally you have some systems on the tropical jet stream that's making winds go this way a little bit. And then you obviously have your winds off of Africa going this way. But this year we don't have as many winds going this way. And the winds coming off of Africa are a lot weaker, making our wind shear a lot weaker. So we thought that this would make more hurricanes. But instead, there's normally a lot of moist air over here that's getting pushed into the main development region and other areas in the North Atlantic. And a lot of the air that comes from northern Africa is quite dry. So since we don't have as much moist air coming in, and the winds that normally push this African dust, way faster over here and officially vent it, it's kind of just getting stuck because our winds are so weak. So this dry air has really been impacting the systems. Like if we watch this Euro run right here, right? We have this tropical wave come off of Africa, and then it immediately gets hit by dry air and just gets disorganized. Also, because we had so many waves that have just gone off of Africa, and then the dry air hits it, and then the system dissipates, that creates a lot of trade winds over a broad area, making our wind shear actually a lot stronger this season. So anywhere that's red is where you have a lot of wind shear. You can't have a tropical system really. Anywhere that's green or yellow, you can have a tropical system. So where we thought we wouldn't have a lot of wind shear, we actually do have a lot of wind shear, all because of that dry air and colder waters over near Africa. And what's causing that is things that we thought would cause a more apocalyptic season, but instead it all backfired. So this is a good thing, you know, we don't want hurricanes hitting the United States, but if you were curious why we haven't had that many hurricanes this season, this is why. Now, if any of the facts that I presented in this video are wrong, please be sure to let me know in the comments with some constructive criticism. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, also be sure to let me know. But that is really all. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.